Hi, my name is Ibrahim Mahama. Welcome to the Reiter Gallery, where we have the show Vanishing Points. The show was actually conceived in the year 2019, actually, when we're doing this research. It actually comes from the Parliament of Ghosts, this work that I did for the Manchester International Festival in 2019. I was basically interested in this idea of excavating or exhuming these old materials from the old railways in order to be able to build this parliament that somehow led to different ideological consciousness and all that. And I think during the pandemic, when the pandemic began in 2020, I was largely involved in building this parliamentary space and body as an architectural component of Red Clay, my studio in Tamale. So through various observations of looking at the materials or objects that were being used to convey earth from one place to the other, I thought that these wheelbarrows were very significant in terms of what they actually mean to the history of labor and also just to the material conditions of people in everyday life. And they also somehow related to the exhumation of this modernist building, these series of silos that were built in Ghana in the post-independence era. So I guess as an artist, I'm also interested in how we were using these objects to be able to convey soil or that was actually deliberately put in this building in order to conceal it. So I'm more or less interested in the relationship between the soil and this object, what happens when the two things actually come together. So you might find some kind of forms manifesting within the gallery space. Some of them would appear in a form of pyramids, some of them appear a bit more in like loose geological rocky formations, or even somehow making references to maybe like ecological forms. And I think that is very important, particularly within this time that we live in, given the pandemic and all that. So basically the idea of the vanishing point is more of one that points towards the neglect of, let's say, the ecological crisis that we're facing, but also somehow bringing our minds back to it by a certain kind of allusion in a way. So it's yeah, so I'm hoping that in some way it would lead to other forms. Yeah, there'll be many other forms that take this in the future.